Language that I heard was, okay, so you'll have to fill out these forms, and then you'll fill out these forms when you want to come back. And it was always that, like, when you want to come back to public school, you can fill this out. It's like, no, I'm gone. My experience with public school was not great. I was just kind of, it was just a constant, like, anxious state. I was very stressed a lot of the time. It wasn't a very healthy environment. People just assume that we need public school because if kids were put into a system like this, they would just goof off all day and not learn anything. If you don't like it, you just have to deal with it. It's just what you gotta do. Kind of a weirdly broken view of like what learning should be. If you can be happy learning, then you should pursue that instead of just kind of dealing with what you have to do, supposedly. And it's built on like the kind of belief that like we need to teach kids these things because like they don't know how to teach themselves these things, like that we have to do this for them until they're developed enough to understand what they need to do. Kids are a lot smarter than people give them credit for. With like schedules and deadlines and just so much work, it was pretty stressful, and I think needed a change. A lot of kids experience like some form of anxiety going through public school. They just don't want to learn anything, and there's a kind of a stigma around that where it's like if you're having trouble in school, it's not because you learn different, it's because you have some kind of like deficiency. It's great to be able to talk to the teachers and have conversations and very much feel like they're respecting you a lot more. When it is being forced on them and they don't see it as something interesting or valuable, then they're going to reject it. It's a difficult switch to go from like being told where you need to go, when you need to go there, like constantly, from you can choose now like what you want to learn, when you go to these classes. Once you get into the mindset of kind of being independent, you can, you have a better perception of what makes you happy and what kind of things you want to be pursuing. Just hanging out with your friends and kind of playing around is learning. We'll vote on what classes we want. And if we don't feel like it's interesting anymore, we can leave. It means a lot, I think, to kids to finally be told, like, okay, someone trusts you and someone respects you enough to give you the freedom to choose what you're interested in instead of just telling you that this is what you need to be interested in. Also, just like public school isn't the way for everyone, the way we do things isn't the way for everyone. If public school works for kids, then that's great. And I think they should keep pursuing that. When it doesn't work for you, there are options, and there's a way to change to a system that helps you. There's always a way to learn in the way that you want to learn.